Today, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, I welcome you back to the Kingdom of Ventia, a project that I plan to make the most ambitious single-player survival world of all time. And in today's episode, we're going to continue on where we left off last time and work on the newly added spawn town. Because as you can see on screen right now, there's a lot of empty space to fill and I intend to detail all of it. So if you'd like to join me on this journey to greatness, make sure to hit that subscribe button and perhaps even drop a like while you're down there. But without any further ado, good folks, let's get right into the episode. That's right, we got a big episode ahead of us because I want to make some huge changes. Big progress as always because I've been busy off camera. As you guys know, I've got a broken foot right now, but that doesn't stop me from designing new buildings in Minecraft. You see, while I've been pretty tired from this injury, I've been working very hard in my test world on building up this town, so we are good to go to get another section of this thing going. Other than that, I've got some really big plans for the market here. I mean, last time we made a bit of a pathetic addition over here. Not that it's a bad build or anything. I mean, I'm really in love with this style, but we gotta get some more stuff going. And I think I got just the thing for this spot over here. But before we get into any of that, I want to talk to you guys about the fact that this is episode 57, which means there's only 2 more episodes to go before the World Tour episode. Hold on, guys, this really isn't right. Now that is a lot better if I do say so myself. And with that in mind, episode 57 is going to be a lot more of this. We're going to build this town up, we're going to get Spawn Town up and running, and that's probably exactly what's going to be happening in episode 58 as well. But 59, as you guys know, I want to do the full interior of the castle way over here. Now, that is very likely going to be a massive episode. It's going to take me a lot of time to do it, but you guys voted that I should do all of it in one single episode. So, as always, I aim to please, and that's exactly what we're gonna do, but this is a lot of space to fill, so you guys are definitely gonna have to let me know what type of things you'd like to see in the interior here. I, of course, have a pretty good idea of how I want to do things myself, but hey, I'll always take your suggestions. And of course, we do still have this huge shulker monster over here, and we might as well collect some stuff. Maybe we should just pick some of this up. I was planning on farming a whole bunch of quartz today, but maybe we don't need to. Now that we're getting a lot more of the backside of the mountain here built, it's looking so much better coming into view. And speaking of which, I gotta go to the nether and pick up a whole bunch of quartz. So in the meantime, I'm gonna leave you guys with a quick intro time lapse. Oh yeah. Okay, hopping into this intro time lapse, I'm just getting you guys up to speed with a bit of building I've been doing off camera. Obviously, we have so much work to do here on the backside of the mountain, but I'm just filling in a bit of this water. I'm kind of running low on dirt and stone at the moment, so we're gonna have to collect a whole ton of that pretty soon. But for now, back to me in the nether. All right, so I'm just over here at the piglin bartering station where we gotta pick up a whole bunch of quartz, and well, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. I mean, there's a whole ton of other fun stuff here, like nether bricks. Ooh, there's gravel. That's pretty useful for concrete. Blackstone, of course. Yeah, at some point we're gonna have to make this place prettier, but that's not gonna be today. Honestly, eventually I'd love to dress up my nether a bit more because as it is, it's kind of chaotic and ugly. So if we could make a massive nether base, maybe make like a 100-day video out of it. What do you guys think about that idea? I think that... Ooh, what was that? Did we just get gassed? All right, so somehow we gotta get back to the real world here, and I don't think I actually have a flint and steel on me. Yeah, I mean, that was very dramatic, but luckily we got all these fire charges that we can use to reignite that portal. I guess we really do gotta upgrade this place because it is not safe out here whatsoever. All right, so for now, step 1 is gonna be smelting up all this quartz to get some smooth quartz, which I'm gonna need for today's build. So while we're waiting for all that to smelt, I'm just gonna collect up a whole bunch of bone meal because I got something in mind for the upcoming build. And I mean, guys, let's talk about this for a second again. I really want a lot of these dripstone blocks, and this is my current dripstone farm, and I kind of have to wait for a lot of these to grow, but is there a good way to farm these things? I looked up a few tutorials, and I don't know, if you guys could link me a great tutorial over on my Discord, definitely do that. And while we're on the topic, I do have a Discord server linked down in the description below, and over there, I even have a Minecraft server you can play on, so I hope to see you guys over there, but for now, let's collect some blocks. You see, for what I have in mind, we're gonna need a whole ton of leaf blocks. Hello, Mr. Chicken. Now, to build what I want to build, we're gonna need a ton of azalea leaves, so here we go. We're gonna grab some of these, then we're gonna have to grab some of that bone meal. And so while we're waiting for all our blocks to smelt, I'm gonna be collecting a ton of azalea leaves. Okay, I think I got everything sorted, so let's hop into a bit of a mini time-lapse, a second intro time-lapse, if you will, and build some trees. Oh yeah. Okay, so we got one of our trees down here. It took a really long time to make, so I'm gonna have to make a few of these other ones probably in the next intro time lapse. And the plan going forward is pretty much gonna be having everything under canopies like this. We'll probably connect up the canopies with a few of these things, whatever you call them. But the main point is we're gonna have a whole bunch of little shops down here, and I think it's gonna give this really cool, cramped, colorful, markety feeling. That was a lot of adjectives in one go. But before we get to building a few of these stalls, I do want to get to the main attraction of the video here. And to be able to get anywhere, we actually have to collect a few blocks, cacti in fact, because for this specific build, I'm gonna need a lot of green dye. So I'm just gonna go over here to the faraway desert and collect some cacti, and I will be right back with you guys. Okay, we'll get back to the tree towards the end of the episode, but for now, you can see that I've actually laid out a few plans for the buildings here, and as you can see, we're gonna enclose this little area right here. All right, now step one is gonna be raising these bases up a bit. We're gonna raise them up maybe like 3 or 4 blocks. I haven't quite decided yet, but I'll be right back with you guys as soon as that's done. Okay, cool. We got some walls. Really, honestly, it's not that cool. It's just a bunch of blocks. We've laid out the general shape, but we really need to etch in some details at this point. So, what have we got here? Well, I've assembled a few of the blocks to make one of the easier gradients here in the game. But first, I think I just want to knock out a few blocks to place in a few of these polished granite blocks. I think they look really good with the bricks. Now that we got those in, we got to slap in some granite and some coarse dirt towards the bottom. And there we go. It's really subtle, but I think it looks awesome. Now, we of course need to go to the other side, but I have some different stuff planned, so we're not going to go with the exact same gradient. Now, we of course didn't do the behind side here. It's going to look a lot different since it's going to be part of this alleyway, but I hope you guys can kind of get an idea of what I'm going for here. Also, we're going to have to knock this out. Now, for the stone part here, we're going to do it a little bit differently. Now, the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to add this trim of alternating chiseled stone bricks and polished andesite. Now that we got that trim in place, we got to create the little archway that we're going to be walking through. Ooh, wrong stair. All right, I think this will definitely do the trick. I even added a little bit of a new step here, and it actually lines up very well with the road. Honestly, we're going to be remaking a lot of these roads. Like, this one's a little bit too far away from this building, and we're definitely going to want to fit another one here close to the lake. So this entire path here is probably going to be shifted a lot this way, just so that we can build more here. Now, okay, next up here, we're going to detail up the sides of these buildings. Yep, that certainly does it. So the last detail I added before we have an interior here is just some shroom lights behind the trapdoors. I think that looks really awesome. All right, now we just got to move on to the other sides of this thing. Okay, now as you can see, I've been doing some work here on the inside. We've made an entrance for this building right here. I'm going to do something a little bit different with this spot, so I'm going to leave it untouched for the moment. And then we, of course, have the little path under here, and we do have to replace this block with a coarse dirt. But other than that, we got the entrance to this building as well. So now we can start building the rest of these things. And as always, that means that we have to do a little bit of frame building, so let me get this frame in and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, we're back and we got this frame in. It's looking pretty simple right now. I did add some simple details like these slabs under the trim. I also decided to just plan out over here where we're going to have a few of these A-frames. I think it's going to look fantastic as soon as we have some more of the color and the detail in. Now, to continue on, we're going to need a lot of those blocks that we gathered earlier on, so let's go over here. Now, earlier in the episode, we left a whole bunch of stuff to smelt over here, and hopefully it is done. Yes, we got our green dye. That is absolutely perfect. And with this green dye, we can go ahead and craft some green terracotta, which we're gonna need. We're also gonna need a lot of this smooth quartz that I smelted up. And look, now all we gotta do is fill all of this in. All right, now that we got a base layer in, we got to figure out where we want these windows. And wherever we want these, we can just slap down some stairs, preferably in the right configuration. Excellent. I think that's exactly what this side needed. We are going to add a bit more through the roof, but I think we got to focus over on this side for now. Okay, never mind. I added them right now. We still need to add the spikes up top, but I think we'll do that at the final moment. Also, can I just say that it looks so awesome at night when we have these shroom lights behind the windows? It looks so awesome. Okay, so something tells me I'm gonna have to go collect more shroom lights. But I mean, come on, that is looking cool. All right, now let me do the same for these sides. I'm just gonna put some windows in. So I did a bit of work here on the inside, and I'm really loving this shroom light look, and I went with these jungle trapdoors instead of the ones we went with over here, the oak ones. And I think it just adds a bit of variation that this place sorely needs. Now what we need to do is decorate these stalls, and I got a few suggestions in the last episode, but if you guys can give me some more ones, we can fill this place up. I'm gonna do another stall right here, and then I'm probably gonna do a couple here in the tunnel as well. Make it as cramped as possible. Now, as for the other side over here, I'm really loving how this is turning out. I still need to build a bit of a balcony over here, so let me get that in, and then we can start working on the roof. Okay, as everything's now loading back in, we finally have a roof on this place. And I know you guys saw it in the time lapse, but I think this looks so awesome to have a closed off block like this. However, we still need to do a fair amount of work in here. We still need to decorate the stalls here, and we kind of got to do some stuff on this side as well. And I think the best thing to do here is going to be gather up a few shulker boxes of potential decoration materials and just go wild. I'm feeling a little bit crazy today, guys. I want to get a lot of decorations and do as much as I can. It's been a busy few weeks lately, and I haven't done as much as I would have liked to in this world, so let's get as much done as possible this morning. You see, I think we got some good stuff over here. I'm in desperate need of some bone meal because I'm running short, and I think I had some in one of these chests. Well, there's 19 bone blocks, and there's the mother load. Okay. Now all we gotta do is get a whole ton of these guys with all this bone meal. Okay, I've done a little bit of greenifying in here, adding some flowers, and I think now we gotta add stuff to the market stalls. And to make things very simple, I think this guy right here is gonna be selling roses, and it's gonna make a lot more sense later on in the episode here. Now, we also gotta build a little awning right here. I think 2 blocks wide is probably fine. Any more than that is gonna be a bit too much. Now, I've been taking a look at a few of your guys' suggestions down in the comments below, and one of you guys said I should make a clock maker. Now, there's only one kind of clock, so we'll have to use it twice, but I feel like that's definitely a pretty cool little shop to have here in the alley. And for now, I think we've added some awesome decorations to this place, and we can move on to doing some bigger stuff. You know, I was thinking the florist that has his roses right here maybe should have a giant flower field, and what better place to put that than right here? There's not much I'm going to be able to do with this hill, so we might as well get some flowers in here. Guys, I'm really sorry about this. How could I ever forget my precious candles? We got to add a few of these in here. Yep, that's definitely better. Oh yeah, another thing we have to do is move this path just a little bit to the left here so it's snug by the house. I think that's going to be a little bit better, give us some more space for the house here like I mentioned earlier. So let me get that sorted in a time lapse and get these flowers in, and I will be right back with you guys. And here we go. As you guys know, we're moving the path to make space for more buildings so that we can make this town as expansive as possible with a little space we have. And what I decided to do with this flower hill is just place down a whole bunch of roses, but I felt like that red was a little bit too bright, so I added in a few of the pinker flowers. Then, since I was in a bit of a rhythm this morning, I decided to just fill in a few fields here down below the ruined castle. And my thinking is we can't build anything too tall in this section because it would obscure the ruined castle from down below. So what better way to just fill some empty space in true Antlerboy fashion by building some massive fields? Yeah, okay, massive might not be the right word, but it is progress. And as you can see, the fields don't cover up the castle whatsoever. I really want you to have that awesome view of it to get people curious when they first spawn into the world right here. But these flowers over here are looking really amazing. It really jollies up the place. So just imagine when we fill up all these shops right here. I think that's what we're going to be working on next episode because I'm kind of running out of time here. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, our progress is going to have to continue in the next episode, but I'm super happy with what we got done today. This part feels so complete now that we have the whole thing enclosed. And I hope this episode really gives you guys a vision of what I want this spawn town to be. I think it's going to be super awesome, and it's only going to get better from here. So as always, leave your awesome suggestions down in the comments, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? And if you stayed all the way to the end of the video, then you're the champ, and I appreciate your existence. And so until we see each other next time, guys, have a good one.